Why do 97% of people, the high majority, never drop the body fat that they want to? They never match that image that's in their head of a strong, lean and a toned body. It never matches up in reality. They never stick with the actions long enough to see the differences in the mirror or to achieve that. They do try, they go to the gym, they do cardio, they eat clean, but nothing sticks. They're never really able to maintain it, and it never results in fat loss. It never lasts, they fall off, they get demotivated. And it's not because they don't try, they do try. And it's not because they don't want it. They obviously want the goal, they want to achieve that reality in their head. And it comes down to the reason being is because they're not in the game long enough, they don't stick at it long enough. And after coaching hundreds of clients and being in the industry for more than 10 years, I've worked with many people who are juggling careers, family life, and busy schedule. I've always found it comes down to 4 simple reasons, and I'm going to describe it in this video, of why most people stay stuck and they never see the results that they want to. And they end up disappointed when it comes to dropping body fat. Give me 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, and I'm going to explain what these 4 stages are, these 4 principles are, and how to fix them. Because if you're able to fix them, you're able to see those results. And by the end of this video, fat loss will stop feeling so difficult, stop feeling so hard, and you know exactly what you need to do to drop body fat like a tap, so you can switch it on and off as you please. I want you to think of fat loss like a recipe. There's 4 main core ingredients that go into it to get the results you want to. And if you are missing even one of them, you get the measurements wrong or you forget it, then the whole thing won't work. And here's the thing, most people, they never see the difference because they only have 1 or 2 of these ingredients. They never implement all of them. Let me break those 4 down for you and how you can incorporate them to start seeing body fat drop. First ingredient is about setting realistic expectation. And I've put it first for a reason, because at the start of a journey, this is where most people go wrong before they've even started when it comes to dropping body fat. Most people underestimate how much their starting point, how much the effort they're willing to put in going forwards is going to dictate how quickly they see the fat drop off. Your current levels of body fat, the time, the energy, the consistency you put into training, nutrition, and lifestyle are going to determine the speed of your results. Now, here's the problem. Most people don't think about that. They set these big goals in these short time frames just because it's easy to have the intentions, but it's the actions that are going to determine what happens. So let me just give you an analogy. So if someone wants to lose 10 kilograms and they only train once, they don't track their meals, they're not hitting that in a month, they're not hitting 10 kilograms in a month, let's be honest. At best, they may lose 0.5 to 1 kilogram. It's going to fluctuate, and that's fine. But if their expectation is 10 kilograms and they don't hit that, they're going to be demotivated. They're not going to continue because they haven't hit that expectation that's in their head. So being realistic isn't about setting the bar low. It's about matching your actions to the outcome. Being realistic with the effort, the time that you can put into dropping body fat, the time you have, and what you're willing to sacrifice. And sacrifice just means what you're willing to give up. Essentially, what are you willing to give up to see those results? Second ingredient that goes into it that drops people off and makes it difficult when it comes to fat loss is the all or nothing mindset. So this one holds people back more than anything else, and it links to the first. And here's what happens. People set these big expectations, and when they don't match them perfectly, they may miss a weekend, they miss a meal, they don't hit a workout, they have that mindset that I failed, and so they just completely stop and say, I'll start again when life gets better. So this is a cycle that wastes time, because if you just kept going at even 70%, people would make way more progress than just consistently starting and waiting for that perfect occasion, because it's never going to be the case. And the third one is, and this one frustrates me more than anything, is tracking progress. The amount of times I have spoken to people that are trying to drop body fat, and I ask them, what metrics are you taking? Or they'll say, it's not working, I'm not dropping fat. And I'll say, how do you know? And they'll be like, it's just not working for me. If you're not able to, and with a big thing with fat loss, you need to have metrics down. If you want to show up, if you want to be consistent, as mentioned, you need to have metrics. You need to have some guidelines that you're following towards. And the reality is most people don't train because they love it. Let's be honest, it's like 1% of people like me and a few other crazies actually train because they love it. Most people train because they want to look better, they want to feel better, they want to see visible changes, they want to fit into their favorite clothes. And when they don't see those changes, they assume it's not working as they thought it would be, and it just doesn't work for them, and they get demotivated. And that's why tracking matters, because fat loss is a process, and results, they happen, they occur over time, and they take longer than expected for most of us. There's 2 main things that I would say that are are worth noting down and focusing on going forwards. You've got the outcome-based stuff, which I mentioned, is just weight, photos, measurements, and then also, you know, how your clothes fits, your waist circumference, those sorts of things. And then you've got the inputs, what you're putting in. So that's the number of workouts you've hit per week. That's the meals you've prepared and you've stayed on track with. That's the target, the step counts, the targets that you hit. The second is as important as the first, because the second is what's going to create the parameters for the first. Okay, and the fourth one that brings everything together, it is structure. And this one ties all the points that I mentioned, bringing it together, and it links and it epitomizes all of them. That's the lack of structure that most people have. Structure turns effort into results. It turns it into results without you even having to think about it. It kills randomness, stop, start. You know exactly what you need to do, and you know how to implement it and follow it. The thing is, most people are all over the place. They're trying different workouts, they're training 2 times a week, 3 times a week, once a week. It's all over the place. Some weeks it might be the morning, some weeks it might be the evening. Sometimes they follow a keto diet, the next week they're following fasting, next week they're following another type of diet. And it just, you can't build consistency like that. So when structure is in place and you have a clear plan that is repeatable, and you have repeatable habits, it becomes like a routine. And I've seen it so many times with the people that I've worked with that have dropped fat. The people that have a routine, that have a structure, they have something to focus on and follow without overthinking. It becomes automated, it becomes second nature. You stop wasting energy on the side. That's how fat loss becomes effortless. And you stop battling with that stop-start effort, and you can just, you know, be consistent and see those results. If one of these things is missing, even one of them, the process will always feel more difficult. It will feel a lot more harder. But when they're all set in plan, when they're all in cohesion, then you'll be able to build consistency, stay track, and the results, fat loss, will become inevitable. Here's my challenge to you, really simple. Focus on these 4 things for the next 30 days, and you're gonna make more progress than you have in the last 2 years. Seen it with the hundreds of clients that I've worked with. And that's my challenge to you. And if you want me to show you exactly how you can get lean in the next 30 days and you can start to see some progress, then just click on the video below, which I've linked in, and follow the plan, and you'll exactly be able to see what it takes to drop body fat and stay consistent and stay in control in the process. And make sure to subscribe and check out for other videos where I'll be helping you out on how to drop body fat and to be in control of your fat loss and your health and fitness journey. So just make sure to subscribe for the next video.